years of adventures.
We do stuff.
And have adventures.
Many Polish people have this old Russian camera lying around in their house collecting dust. So we have one too. We've never shot analog before, so we've decided to check if we can still use it and get some decent photos out of it, and how the experience is different from digital camera and a camera like this.
This camera is called a Zenit. This is an old Russian camera which belonged to our grandparents, so it has a really big nostalgia value. As you can see, it's all manual. There is nothing to help you shooting except for the weird exposure meter. It strangely works, but it has its quirks.
We wanted to see what we can actually achieve, so we bought a roll of film that was available in the shop nearby. It was Kodak GOLD 200.
Yes.
So 200, it's the ISO on the film, so how sensitive it is. And we didn't know how to actually, install it, so we had to Google. Actually, no, we checked on YouTube how to put the film in here. So it's a bit tricky.
It's important to install the film correctly because the very existence of your photos depends on it.
So when it was all set, we went out to test it out.
The experience was really fun and different. It's raw and mechanic, and you need to remember many things at once. The whole process helps with mindfulness and being grounded and focused.
Nowadays we do many things automatically, and it's the same with shooting photos. We are used to digital cameras and having cameras in our phones, so it's a very automatic process. But with the analog camera like this, there is no instant gratification. You cannot see what you actually shot. You're much more focused on photography and composition because you need to plan it out, and you need to be very specific about your settings beforehand. So it's a fantastic way to practice looking and searching for the compositions, even before you press the shutter button.
You also learn a lot about natural lighting. The whole process is really technically tricky. We actually damaged a couple of shots with sunlight because we decided to open the back of the camera to see if the film roll was rolling, because we didn't know that there is an indicator. Fortunately, it was only a couple of first shots.
Because of all of this, there is this small rush of excitement every time you release the shutter. It's like, oh, it's done. Is it? I don't know. Let's check it. Oh, it burned. Yeah. and then you wait.
To develop the film, and then to get the pictures done, or scan it, as we decided to do.
We decided to scan it because we had no idea if any of the photos is worthy printing and spending money on them. So we are noobs and we just, wanted to go the cheap way this time, to just check if it's okay.
So with the help of our friend Radek, we got the film scanned, and let's see how it went.
Siema. Spoko. No tak. Pierwsze 12 klatek. Zobaczymy, co będzie dalej.
As you can see, the anticipation and seeing the final pictures is really something out of this world. It's completely different from the digital ones. With a digital photography, you can see what you have done on the back of your camera or on your phone, but with analog photography is something really exciting when you have to wait and you finally see the picture. Or you see the blown out frame. That's also an issue.
Or you see a blue frame full of hair and you have no idea what is it.
What is it and how it's got there. Noobs in action.
On the same note, you actually have to embrace the non-perfect look, because it's not gonna look perfect. The resolution is much smaller than a digital photo, and we are not gonna talk about megapixels. So as you could see on these photos, we have a lot of artifacts and the composition sometimes is off from what we actually saw when we were taking the photo. So there are many imperfections and technically it's not very good. So this is a great way to overcome the technical perfectionism that nowadays we have. We want everything to be sharp, big, great quality. This way, embracing the non-perfect look, you can actually focus more on the artistic side or the story and experiment more and just forget for a moment about this, that it has to be perfect, and just, you know, worry about all the other things.
The final look of the photo heavily depends on the film stock you are using and also the lighting conditions, the natural contrast and colors that occur while you are taking a photo. It's actually quite refreshing to get back to basics and looking on this kind of stuff beforehand. We tend to snap a lot of photos digitally and not think about the right conditions that we are taking them in because, you know, we can always fix it in post.
Yeah, we're gonna fix this in post.
We are also trying to get the perfect conditions beforehand, but with analog, it is absolutely the necessity.
We don't have the raw file format, so it's not so easy to actually manipulate the photo afterwards.
You can do a little bit of color shifts or something like this, but you know, you can always choose a different type of film stock and this will be done for you. We want to experiment with it a little bit more, so maybe we will share our next adventures with the film photography. Who knows? We were a little bit worried about costs. We heard that film stocks aren't cheap, but it wasn't really that bad. Taking into consideration that we have scanned the photos with the help of our friend, one frame costed a little bit less than 2 zlotys, which is 30-40 cents. And taking into consideration that the camera itself can be bought nowadays for 150 zlotys, it's like crazy cheap.
So the main thing we actually want you to take from this video is to try for yourself and release your creativity and check if you have an old camera laying around, or maybe you have a toy camera, your kid has a toy camera, something like this, and just try it with something completely different, something that, you know, has its boundaries and limitations, but you can release your artistic side with it. And really, with this, nostalgia is real.
Yeah.
So that's all from us today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little film about our experience. If you liked it, click like. It's gonna help us a lot. You can, you know, like this. Do it like this, and you can subscribe to our channel. We're gonna do some van build videos soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So hope if you like that topic, hope you're gonna stay with us, and see you in the next video.
Why?
Fine, fine.
Dobra, się skichałem w trakcie.
Oh!